Assalamu alaikum. Kaifa halukum. Be care. Alhamdulillah. We often hear the word or term Bahlul. This term is often used to refer to someone considered foolish or somewhat crazy. Historically, however, this term was also used for someone who was actually not foolish, let alone crazy. What is the story? Let's find out together. Bismillah. There was a man known for his piety and simplicity. During the reign of Caliph Harun ar-Rashid in Baghdad, this man was often called Bahlul, which means a fool. In reality, he was not truly a fool. On the contrary, he was a learned man, humble and ascetic. It is said that he deliberately chose a unique and strange way of preaching, sometimes appearing like a madman. Bahlul had his own reasons for choosing this path. At that time, society was dominated by officials who loved to accumulate wealth, even leaning toward oppression and taking others' rights without consideration. He wanted to advise and remind those in power, but the risk was imprisonment. Thus, acting like a fool or madman made him more listened to and kept him safe. His teacher asked him about this. Why do you want to be called a fool, a madman? Why do you want to preach in such a manner? Bahlul replied, because only a madman's words are heard by people without regard to which group he belongs to. Because only a madman can rebuke the rulers without fear of being thrown into prison. Once, in the village where he lived, a mosque was to be built. The construction of this mosque was sponsored by his wealthy neighbors. The mosque they planned to build was a large and grand mosque, surpassing the mosques of that time. As he passed by the construction site, Bahlul was amazed. He had never seen a building frame so large. Curious, Bahlul asked his wealthy neighbors, "What building are you constructing here?" "Oh, we are building a mosque," one of his neighbors explained, his face beaming. "Wow, what is your purpose in building such a large and grand mosque?" "We have no particular purpose," another replied. "We are building it sincerely, purely for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Later, when it is finished, we hope that people from the surrounding villages will also come to worship here, so that this grand mosque will eventually be bustling with activity." Bahlul nodded. Then he took his leave and went home. an idea came to him. He wanted to test the sincerity of his neighbors in building the mosque. He then ordered a stone engraving with the inscription Bahlul Mosque of high quality. When the large mosque belonging to his neighbors was completed, Bahlul immediately affixed his name's inscription above the mosque door. Soon, people began to recognize the mosque by the name Bahlul Mosque. This, of course, sparked the anger of his neighbors when they found out. They came to Bahlul's house in a crowd. At that time, Bahlul was relaxing at home. He made no attempt to escape from his neighbor's pursuit. "Hey, Bahlul," one of his neighbors shouted. "How dare you steal the fruits of our labor by naming the mosque after yourself? You are truly insolent." Bahlul remained calm in the face of his neighbor's anger. "Gentlemen," Bahlul said, "didn't you say that you built the mosque solely for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Didn't you say you were sincere in building it without expecting any praise? Let's say I can deceive people, but I cannot deceive God. His neighbors frowned, confused. "What do you mean?" one of them asked Bahlul. "Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows that you are the ones who built the mosque. Allah is all-knowing." "So, you shouldn't panic when I name the mosque after myself. Unless you are indeed hoping for praise from people." Bahlul teased. The wealthy neighbors looked at each other. They realized that Bahlul's words were true. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran, Surah al-Baqarah, verse 262, "Those who spend their wealth in the way of Allah, and do not follow up what they have spent with reminders of their generosity or with hurtful words, will have their reward with their Lord. There will be no fear concerning them, nor will they grieve." The Messenger of Allah, Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, said, "Indeed, Allah the Exalted is generous. He loves generosity and noble character and hates bad character." Hadith narrated by al-Bayhaqi. Therefore, sincerity in giving charity is an effort to truly make the pleasure and love of Allah the goal, not popularity or praise in front of people. Bahlul is not a fictional character. His real name is Abu Wab Amr Ashrafi al-Kufi. He was born in Kufa, Iraq. He died in the year 197 Hijri, or 190 Hijri, according to some narrations. Bahlul's biography can be traced in several Arabic literary sources. This is our story for today. May there be many lessons and wisdom that we can benefit from. And may Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala permit and bless us to remain among the followers of the Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam until we reach paradise. Ameen. Wallahu alam bisawab. Wassalamu alaikum.